Hi, I'm Yong. Today I'm going to show the CICD pipeline for the to-do app assignment. The goal is to show the pipeline and the workflow in action. So let's just jump straight to it. Now we have the React-based web app hosting on EC2 instance, also Vercel. So it's just a simple web app. This one is on port 8089 as for internal testing purpose. This is on port 80, which is the default HTTP port, and this is on Vercel. And it's just a very simple web app. So you can have a look. You can add tasks and just click on create or do it. And in order to see the pipeline in action, we have to make a simple change so we can see the difference. And let's go to the code base. Let's make a change here. So you today like this. All right. So since we make the changes, now we can push it and we can see in action. So we want to push it to the develop branch, and because that's the default branch, so we have to make sure that we check out to develop branch. Now we can commit, and then we can push it. So give me a second. Yeah, it's now pushed to Gitlab now. It's pushed to pipeline. Let's also go to the main branch. So make sure that we check out, we pull, and we merge. Give it some time. All right, and now we can push it. And we push it because we want to see. We push the changes without tagging the main branch, because in order to deploy to Vercel, it requires to be on main branch, and as well as a tag. And this case we didn't tag it, and just seeing the difference. So it shouldn't deploy to Vercel because it isn't tagged. We'll see shortly, and then we can give you a tag. And just need to change this to a different one, and first production release. All right, and now we can push it and just make sure that the tag is the same. All right, give me a second. Okay, now it is done. We can also check the hash. So the hash value of the latest commit, now you can see is this one, B716CD4. So we can verify it surely. And now let's just quickly look at the pipelines. So we can see 3 jobs running, and the first one is the one we push to develop, and now we can see the 5 stages. So stage 1 is build, second stage is package, and the third stage is test, which is the unit testing, and then the staging, which will deploy it to the internal testing port, which is this one, 8089. And now we can do the testing here. And then the last stage is the deploy, but that's a manual deploy to port 80, which is this one. We'll see it shortly. So we can click on the run button, or I can click on the stage. So it'll take me to the stage, or you can click on here, and then we'll deploy. Just give you a second, and then we can see the second stage running. Also the same time, the 4 stages, and it's missing the last stage because it is pushed on the main branch, but it isn't tagged, so it shouldn't deploy to Vercel, which is here. And so that's reasonable. There's only 4 stages. It started at the staging stage. And then the last one is the one we push to main branch while giving a tag, which is the V1.0.5, and then it should automatically deploy to Vercel, and without me as a developer or human interception. And we'll see in shortly. Since the staging one is done, we can actually renew it or refresh it. Just able to see the action. See, yeah, it was like longer than this, and now it seems to pick out the changes. It should still work. Yeah, everything's fine. And this one is going to take a little while. We won't see the changes at the moment, but yeah. Anyway, and then the last one is the Vercel. So let's give it a second. It is still running. So you can see it's deploying right now, and I did not click on any play button. Unlike this one, we'll have to manually click on the play button to deploy it. This one, you don't really need to do anything. You just wait for it to be deployed to Vercel. Should be able to see here, and also at the same time we can look at the images that we push to the Docker Hub. So the latest one, I can see 2 minutes ago, and the hash value is this B716CD4, and let's check if it's the same one. Yeah, it is. It is the hash of the commit, so which means it picks up correctly. Should be done in a second. Yeah, now it is done, and now if I refresh it, it should pick out the changes. Yeah, you can see now it picked out the changes, and it should still work. So if I create it, yeah, everything works. So this is just the pipeline, and that's the demo for the CICD to do app assignment.